Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy, the West Coast voice, Davey Dangerously, coming at you once again, as always, with my brothers. Changing it up with my brothers, Dan the B. Salazar.
What's up?
And Rated R. Salazar, the Brothers of Destruction. Welcome to episode 46.
46.
Welcome to CrüeMania III.
Oh, yeah.
Aretha Franklin is not here, though, to sing America the Beautiful.
I tried to book her.
Nor is Ray Charles, because he's dead. But, you know, we are here in the Silverdome Studios, brother. Actual Silverdome Studios, Ring Crüe Studios. Welcome. It is episode 46, but damn it.
As we film today, Tuesday, April 3rd, 4 months into the new year, and this is our first episode of the new year. What the hell, guys?
This is true.
Well, I mean, everyone's been kind of busy. You got a newborn. You
got a baby.
You got a baby. And named Vincent.
Yeah, that's right.
How his wife agreed to that, we'll never know.
I was putting it together the other day because you got Vincent, and I got my daughter, we got Kennedy. So we got Vincent, Kennedy, and then my daughter, Mac. So Dave's got to have a kid named Man. So got Vincent, Kennedy, Mac, Man. There we go.
Whoa.
Huh?
That's not in the cards for me, but if I get another dog, I'll name him Man.
You name him Man.
So,
Vincent, Kennedy, Mac, Man.
Alright, so there it is.
I like it.
Look for me to have another dog in the near future.
Episode 47.
Episode 47 with Man.
In 4 months.
Yeah. No, not another 4 months. No. We have been busy, even though we have not been bringing you content here on YouTube.
We haven't done it because we've been busy.
We've been busy.
We took a cruise. We met some people and shook some babies and kissed some hands. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome.
But in reality, we did go to Lucha Underground season 4 taping. He got himself a new hat. This guy did not go because he was booked at the old shoot ski.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Us two went. Our buddy Ruben, friend of the show, went with us. Had a great time.
Oh man, can't say anything.
I was gonna say we had a great time.
They won't even tell me. They won't even tell me.
He doesn't know anything.
We signed the waivers. We have no spoilers.
I'm not getting sued. I got too much to lose.
So stay tuned for those episodes when they will air. We have no clue, but let me just tell you this. Wow. We went on like the second week of tapings on the last day of the weekend. Holy shit. The dark match. The freaking dark match.
They're going to have to find a way to put that on the show. The dark match blew me away. It was almost better than everything else on the show.
Wow.
It was, we can't say much, but it was a
two newcomers to the
new temple. One of them was a former world heavyweight champion. I'm not going to give you any organizations. And one of them was an up-and-comer who has been traveling all over the world.
Yeah.
And, wow, there was one spot that just...
After the show's there, we'll go...
When we stop filming, you guys have to tell me this, because I still don't even know.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Amazing. And that set the tone for the entire tapings.
Yeah.
And the new temple is awesome. We got to see a bunch of our old buddies that we made friends with down there. Lucha Gringo, Ed Alexander, a hot tub guy, Boo Rocka. Everybody was there.
Yeah.
Students.
Your buddy came all the way from
Atlanta, Georgia. Jerry Hart.
Jerry came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia.
That's true passion.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That was pretty awesome.
It was awesome. Can't say enough about Lucha Underground. Every time we go, it's always spectacular. Didn't get to wear the gimmicks in this time.
Yeah, they got a little bit stricter on the rules this time. Yeah, last time we got to go in with our Ring Crüe shirts. This time they were like, ain't gonna happen.
It's cool though. We were in the same spot we were always at by the new entrance. So you'll be seeing all kinds of us.
Look for this hat.
Look for me. I'm wearing a Pentagon shirt, which I don't know why I didn't wear, but it's all good. I'll wear it next episode.
Yes, we gotta rock the collar now.
Yeah, you know, sponsored athlete. It is what it is.
By the way, look at this.
Bring it
over here. Bring it to the middle.
You know, this is the brand new Davey Dangerously West Coast Voice t-shirt that you can get on brownbutterwrestling.com/ringcrüe.
Available right now.
Right here. on brownbutterwrestling.com.
I decided that if you're gonna call yourself the West Coast voice, I'm gonna call myself the voice that makes them moist.
Well, rated R.
Rated R for nothing.
Wow.
There's children in here.
There's children present.
We're running daddy daycare right now, so if you hear some kids
We're
screaming,
already
it's
daddy
ours.
current.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but yeah, you know, a huge shout out to Junior Bruce for the illustration of myself.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And yeah, you know,
He did a good job. He did a great job. They look just like you.
it is. It's just a little short. You know, come up a little short. But thanks again. All of our T-shirts are available at Brown Butter Wrestling.
With a new one.
We got a couple new ones
soon.
coming. Yeah.
I know I said that last time, but now the designs are in. They're finalized. They've been sent.
They've been digitally processed.
They've been processed. We're just waiting on to hear back from brownbutter.com, and we'll let you know when they're up. Hopefully by the time you're watching this.
And they're awesome.
Yes.
So, like we said, this is our first show of the year, but we've been through the Royal Rumble. We made our predictions on our Instagram.
Hold on, before we talk about WWE, which we're going to go into because this is our WrestleMania episode, we're 4 days away from WrestleMania, 5 days. We didn't even talk about what we did down in Hillmar, California.
Oh boy. I made my return to CWA, but of course I didn't come by myself. I brought the Good Brothers with me this time. And for some reason, Joe Hamilton didn't show up at the building.
Right? No show.
So
I had a lot to say on social media.
He had a lot of hot garbage to say.
When we got to the building, he was nowhere to be found.
Well, I heard he had left. I heard he was there putting stuff together, and he found out we were on our way, and somebody told me he had left or something like that.
It doesn't surprise me because of all the chicken shit tactics that the management of CWA has done to me and us. But I opened the show. I called out CWA management. I told them what I was experiencing, and I was reinstated. And I guess the Best Looking Everything's just didn't like the fact that we were there. You guys were in the front row. I was doing my job.
I was trying to enjoy the show.
I was doing my job as a ring announcer. They gave me CWA pronouns, pal. They gave me a interview segment titled "The Danger Zone." So I interviewed the new tag team champions, which are Jason Hastings.
They won that night.
And Trip Rogers, and you guys kind of got involved in that tag team.
Trip Rogers decided to feel a little froggy, and he decided to jump. And so when that happened, Danny Boy and I, we had to make our presence felt, and we were this close to getting our hands on you, and I have a feeling that we're going to see each other down the road, and we will get our hands on you guys.
So during this whole Danger Zone segment, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I think I got the best of those two gentlemen and referee Stephen Landis.
Oh, yeah.
And they decided to take matters into their own hands, or into their own feet, because Trip Rogers super kicked me.
Right in the face.
It wasn't too super.
It wasn't too super, but it definitely took me by surprise.
It sure was cheap, though.
It was a cheap shot. I'm not a trained wrestler. I am a ring announcer. I wear a lot of hats on show days, but I am not a trained wrestler. But rest assured.
And neither are we, you know. And like I told those guys, you know, they did that to you. We may have overstepped. You know, we did jump in the ring, and like you said, we're not trained wrestlers. But, you know, we were there to have your back. I knew they were going to be up to something. They were acting kind of shady all night. So I was on the lookout for that. And then sure enough, when they pulled the trigger and tried to take you out with that super kick, man, we had to rush in and help you out. But
like my brother said, we're not trained wrestlers, but we can fight.
Yeah, I said that. I told that to Jason that night. You know, he was talking, running his mouth, you know, and he said something about get out of my ring, you know, you're not a wrestler. And I said, hey man, you know, we don't need to be wrestlers. You know, we don't need to know how to wrestle because we know how to fight. You know?
That's right.
So if they want to keep shit going, we'll keep it going. You know.
So July 29th is the next CWA event, and rest assured, Best Looking Everything's the Ring Crüe will be there, and boy, do we have a score to settle.
Oh yeah, we do.
So just rest assured that we will be there.
This close last time.
This close. This close. But it's okay. We are back in CWA. And not only did we have CWA, but 6 days later, Best of the West came to you with their year two pay-per-view.
Great show. That's how you run a show right there.
That's how you run a show right there. I didn't get kicked in the face at that show. There was a little controversy, but that's for another time. You know, things were said, but you know.
But yeah, it was a good show. I mean, it was up top to bottom. Great card.
Lisa Lace making her return.
Woo. We had
AJ Kirsch and Steven Trusario.
Yeah,
man,
hell of a match. AJ Kirsch may have wrestled his last match ever. I don't know. Possibly, you know.
He's on his farewell tour.
Yeah.
He's you know, he's the West Coast the host with the most, if you will. So
yeah.
I think he's turned that page on his wrestling career, and now he's focusing on everything else that he does.
We had a ladder match for the West Coast Championship.
Yeah, 5-way ladder match.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, like I said, top to bottom, whole card was outstanding. So.
Cowboy James Storm wrestled Johnny Butabi and Adam Mayhem, a triple threat.
Yeah.
Awesome match. And then the main event, woo, the California Black Sheep, Mike Rain versus Funny Bone
in steel cage.
A solid steel cage, brother.
Your Demon King.
Oh, it was a dozen chairs.
Spoiler alert. The king was dethroned. So.
The king was dethroned.
I saw that.
There was thumbtacks. There was baseball bats. There was all kinds of mayhem.
Yeah.
The finish was absolutely insane.
There was no holding back. There was
no holding back.
Oh, yeah.
And when I was announcing them, they both had their entrances. I was in the ring, and from the
surrounded by
the solid steel cage, I was told by Best of the West management that the only way to win was to escape the cage. Mike Rain grabbed the microphone out of my hand and said, "There will be no escaping. The only way to win is for a pinfall or a submission." And boy, what a way to go, man! That goosebumps.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's going to be out on DVD here pretty soon.
I was just about to say, yeah, you can pick it up on
look
DVD.
for that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be available for digital download as well, so that'll be all over our social media.
Oh yeah, we'll throw all.
Stay tuned for that. We might even do like a watch party.
Oh,
we should do that.
That'd be fun.
So we'll see. You know, should happen.
Get together at Crüe Studios.
Yeah, man.
Invite some of our groupies.
Yeah.
Not at my
house. We'll see. But yeah, we're on the road to CrüeMania, brother. CrüeMania is literally days away.
Days away. What are we? What's today? Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. So
we're 5 days away.
5 days away from WrestleMania. The card is set, stacked. Probably the biggest WrestleMania ever. What is it? 15 matches?
14 matches. I think they're gonna use 3 of those as the pre-show, 2-hour-long pre-show.
So we've had a build-up. I mean, we had, like you said, we haven't been on for 4 months. You guys haven't seen us since December. So we've had January Rumble. We had the Elimination Chamber. We had Fastlane. All the Raws, all the Smackdowns to build up to WrestleMania. We had the debut of Ronda Rousey. We had Shinsuke Nakamura and Asuka winning the respective Royal Rumbles.
Which you called.
Which I called. Thank you very much. Both. 2 for 2.
I was 1 for 2.
And then, of course, Roman Reigns, like expected, won the Elimination Chamber, leading up to him and Brock. So yeah, man, it's been a big build-up. There's gonna be like.
It's just exciting.
No, I was gonna say it's gonna be like what? Is it like 10-hour pay-per-view?
No. This year it's 72.
72 hours.
Yeah. So it actually
starts Friday, right?
Starts Friday. With the pre-show. So look for the tireless efforts of these performers.
So we don't have to go into all the matches, but I mean, do you guys?
One of the matches I kind of wanted to see on the main show that they're gonna put on the pre-show is that cruiserweight title match.
Oh yeah.
I think that Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali have worked their asses off, man. I think they earned at least a spot on the main show. It's cool that they're going to be there in the pre-show because they're still going to be there. They're still
going to get that WrestleMania.
They're still going to get that WrestleMania. But I kind of would like to see that.
Who do you bump though, man? Such a big card stacked. I mean,
that's true.
They're all stars.
I would bump Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle.
Wow. All I gotta say is I respect the athletic ability of Ronda Rousey, But man, I wish Dusty Rhodes was still alive so she could go to a promo class.
She's got to do some work. She's got to do some work.
She's a little green.
I mean,
she and then in the MMA and the UFC, she was number one for talking anyway.
Right.
You know, she shows all her actions in the ring, and she still's got those moves. She took down what was it, Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. You got those girls pretty good.
She got taken out last night by Stephanie.
Choke slam. That table.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to Kurt Angle and Triple H tearing it up once again.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'm looking forward to the women's battle royal, the one that was the Moolah battle royal.
A little controversial.
Can we say that? Have we been wad? That was Moolah.
Oh shit.
I'm actually looking forward to that. Do you guys have any predictions on that?
I don't know, man. It's going to be supposedly it's open to all three rosters: Raw, SmackDown, and NXT as well. They've been announcing Raw and SmackDown female talent, but I haven't heard anything about NXT. But I don't know. It's wide open, man. I can't predict it. Who do you think's going to take it?
I think it's going to be Mickie James, actually.
Really?
I do.
Like a swan song kind of.
I think she's come back and she's still performing at a main event level. I think I don't know if you win the battle royal you get a title shot.
Right.
I would think so, but I think Nia Jax is going to lose, or she's going to beat Alexa Bliss, and somehow
that's been a good build-up.
That's been a great build-up, and I think somehow Mickie wins, she's going to get the title shot, and then maybe the Alexa Bliss influence there.
Yeah, I see that.
That's been a great build-up. The whole.
I'm all for the build-up, but WWE kind of contradicts themselves by like the Be a Star campaign and Don't Be a Bully. But yeah, you're calling Nia Jax fat.
They didn't call her fat. They called her big.
They said blubber.
Art
imitating life.
Blubber is fat.
But I do see where they were going though. It's like she's gonna be this person. She's gonna show those people who do get bullied, who do get picked on, that you know what, you can come back, you can fight back, and you can become a champion. Like you did.
I was a fat kid. I'm a fat adult. I fought back. I stood my ground, goddamn.
And now you're rated R.
I'm rated R.
You're not like most girls.
I think that was kind of their goal here, is to show that, even though she's getting picked on or getting called names or whatever, is that she's going to still persevere and come back and become a champion, which is cool for her first title win. It's kind of a cool story for her, and she's improved by leaps and bounds.
She has.
For a while there, when she first started, I was like, "Whoa, yeah."
A little Ronda Rousey-ish.
I don't know. At least she could cut a promo.
Yeah. Did you have a prediction on the women's rumble? Do you think battle royal?
There's so much talent out there. I don't know. I think maybe because it's open to all three brands. I think maybe someone in NXT is gonna stand up and maybe shine.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm kind of thinking someone younger to the roster too. Maybe like Ruby Riott might do it, because it seems like they've been giving the Andre the Giant Battle Royal the last few years to these younger guys, Baron Corbin, Mojo Rawley, you guys who are coming up. It's kind of like a big stepping stone in their career. So I think it might be the same for the women, to have someone like Ruby Riott, or even someone like
Sonya Deville,
or Mandy Rose, somebody like that, to get their name kind of on the higher level of the women.
I can see that.
So echoing from women's to men's, who takes men's?
I guess it kind of goes. So my whole thing with that is, there's only like one or two guys who should win, I think, because of where they're at in their career and their storyline. I think it should be Elias if he's going to be in it, but I also think he might be Braun Strowman's tag team partner.
I think so too.
Braun's not going to have brains?
That was so funny.
If Elias is in it, I think he's going to be over like gangbusters with that crowd. Yeah. So I think it would be great for him to win. But another thing I think, and this is kind of my prediction, I'm going to call it right here. This is what I think should happen. But I personally think should happen, but I think it kind of will happen too. I think Matt Hardy should win, because I think he needs that moment in the ring at the end to be, doing his thing. And then this is where we move on with the storyline with Bray Wyatt. This is where Bray Wyatt comes back and either he's a new incarnation of Bray, he's
Awoken Bray.
he's evil, or he's he's the same type of character as Matt, or whatever his new character is, needs to re-emerge at WrestleMania, and they need to have that moment at the end of the Battle Royal when Matt Hardy's in there celebrating.
Or they either hug it out or duke it out.
Whatever it is going to be, yeah, I don't know what his character, which direction they're going to go with it, but I think this needs to be the moment where they move forward with that.
No return of Husky Harris?
Oh, I sure hope not.
No.
I sure hope not.
I have 2 predictions for the men's. I agree with you on Elias or Dolph Ziggler. Just because Dolph came back, and then, I don't know, man. I think this might be the little shot in the arm that he needs. But I'm a huge fan. I walk with Elias.
Yeah.
And
Elias
that shot that he took on the back with the
and he's been off TV. You know, he's gonna.
Who did he beat last night? He beat Heath Slater.
Yeah, he just honestly, he was off TV for a while. He just came back last night. So I think he'll be he's a good candidate to win it. But like I said, with Matt Hardy in it.
What does he call Andre? Not the 8th wonder of the
No,
world. I can't. It's so long and ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, the wondrous. Oh, what is it? I can't even remember what it is. I'll have to Google it. Yeah, the wondrous.
So who's your prediction?
You know, I kind of see this happening, and I kind of don't want it to happen, but in my head, I think it might happen. Just because he signed a multi-year contract again, Big Show. I think that they get Big Show again. Kind of like, hey, you signed a multi-year contract. Congratulations. Here's the Royal Rumble. I mean, the Battle Royal. Sorry. The Battle Royal. I don't want to see it, but I have a feeling it's going to happen. Big Show's been all over the social media lately. He's looking fantastic. He's in great shape again. It's for him to get fat again. So, showing off a 6-pack.
Hey, you were just talking about being a bully. You're not a star. You're
damn it.
Body shaming.
I am a body shaming guy.
So speaking of a huge return, your guy, Daniel Bryan.
Oh, God, what? Yeah, we should have opened the show
After
with
years.
that. Why have we not talked about
2+
it?
years.
2+ years.
Yeah. And I should have worn my Daniel Bryan shirt. God dang it.
That's a nice shirt.
Sorry, Wrestle Crüe. I do enjoy this shirt here. I love it. But
that shirt is awesome.
yeah,
That
last month's Wrestle Crüe shirt. Here.
Daniel Bryan back, medically cleared after 2.5 years.
I am not joking. This is a shoot. I was this close to tears when I found out.
You know, and I felt the same way because he worked so hard, to get back to what he needed to be back to.
Him. Of course, as a person, as like a father, you want like the best for him.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I hope he's well. I mean, I would assume he is since he saw these doctors, and I hope that he's kind of maybe not changed his style completely, but kind of.
You can't be doing the shit that he was doing
kind of
before.
tweaked his style.
Those bumps he was taking on SmackDown.
Yeah, kind of tweaked his style to maybe where the injury, maybe a little less injury prone, but it's not ballet, so.
That's true.
But yeah, man, I was
great. It's great
super pumped to have him back.
Super feel good moment.
And it's so, and the timing is perfect. I mean, to culminate the storyline, because this storyline has been building with him and Owens and Zayn and Shane as well, and it's like.
It's like an ultimate reward.
It's like, where do you go with it? When you can't have that match, you can't have that payoff. It's like him and Miz, they had that whole thing, and then it was like, what do we do? What do we do? We can't do anything. Oh, let's move Miz to Raw because we can't have that payoff. Well, now that payoff's gonna come big time. We have SmackDown coming on in just a couple hours here, so. We'll find out the status of Shane because he is supposed to be on SmackDown tonight. He had surgery this past week or 2 weeks ago.
He's been suffering from an acute case of diverticulitis.
Of course, all the other storyline injuries that he had. I don't know if any of them were legit because he did get pretty jacked up.
That powerbomb?
Yeah.
On the ladder or whatever that shit was.
Yeah.
God.
But whether I don't know whether he's going to be able to wrestle at Mania or not. If not, then where do we go from there? Is it a triple threat match? Does Daniel Bryan find another partner? Who steps up? It's like Jeff Hardy. Team Hell No? Does Kane come to SmackDown?
Oh my God!
They reunite?
Would that be awesome?
That would be
pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Oh man, that would be great.
But yeah, like I said, it's awesome to have a culmination to this story.
And he's such a huge babyface, and Zayn and Owens are just
they're
fucking great heels.
killing it as heels.
Coming out,
Owens always.
Zayn just dancing out to the ring,
Yeah,
like
but
just
Zayn
looks like a dick. Like you don't even want to fucking talk to him, and he's just
Zayn has
doing a
killed
fantastic
it
job.
as a heel.
Fantastic job as a heel.
They've been playing up this whole Fire storyline on their Twitters. They changed their names.
Went back to El Generico.
Kevin Steen. El Generico sent a tweet out for the first time in 3 years.
He didn't die in the fire.
He did not, yeah. So, I mean, it's been awesome. And I think it's going to be a huge moment for them at Mania because, spoiler alert, they're going to win. They're going to get their jobs back on SmackDown. So they're going to beat Daniel Bryan and Shane, or Daniel Bryan and whoever. But I think that moment's going to be awesome because with such a good comeback, feel-good story for Daniel Bryan, everybody, the Mania chants are going to be out of control.
Oh my god!
In the same building that he beat Triple H for the
exactly.
world
Exactly.
or,
everybody's going to expect or want him, to win that match, and he'll probably take the pin. When he takes the pin, it's Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens pin him, and they do their shitty, horrible heel celebration.
The yep.
Oh man, I mean,
I love the yep.
Right.
It's gonna be huge for them for their career. So I can't wait to see that.
It's good to see Sami Zayn doing something. He was floundering. His career was floundering for a while.
Such a high level.
He's a great performer. He's a great character. He's a great guy. And so
he's a great guy.
But just to see
we
him,
brought that back.
Yeah.
To see him
go all the way back to episode 3 for that.
See him, even this heel level. I fucking love it. I love it. Yeah.
Another match. Well, we don't know. John Cena been calling out the Undertaker.
We have SmackDown. Woo! Like I said, this is the last live show before WrestleMania. We have SmackDown.
No, we don't. We got NXT tomorrow.
Oh well.
Isn't that pre-taped?
That's pre-taped tomorrow.
That is true.
The last live show before Mania. So we could get John Cena.
Taker's got Friday night to answer.
At the Hall of Fame?
Hall of Fame. You never know.
I don't know, but
will it be Taker? Taker took off his hat, his jacket, and just left the ring.
Mean Mark Callis coming back?
And Paul E was his manager.
That's right.
We're gonna get the big ass brick bone. Wow. Dan Spivey coming out, the skyscrapers, the Teddy Long.
You gonna resuscitate him?
He's still around.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's been kind of a weird build-up. John Cena calling out Undertaker, and at first it was like, okay, it's kind of cool, and then it was like, kind of like heelish John Cena, like kind of calling Undertaker a bitch. Basically, I'm calling you out. And they said just this past Raw, we know you left your hat in the ring, but you left your balls at home.
Right.
I was like, whoa, that's kind of a kind of a dick thing when it coming from super babyface John Cena, So it's like, where do we go? Like, does Undertaker just come out at Mania and we just instantly have a match, or is something going to happen?
I say they announce at Mania. I'm calling it right now. They announce how they bring out all the Hall of Famers and they, hey, so and so and so and so and so and so, and they all walk out in their fucking fanfare. I say everyone starts walking out to the back. Kid Rock stays out there. Kid Rock grabs the microphone, starts doing some American Badass. Out comes that motorcycle.
As much as I would love to see that, because I was a huge fan of that character.
I actually loved it.
I think it would be a great disservice to the company and to the overall encompassing character of the Undertaker, because we all know that is Vince's greatest creation, that old school Western Undertaker. It's gone through all these variations, but when you come back to the Dead Man, I think the Dead Man outweighs the American Badass by leaps and bounds.
I get your point. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But I also think, and this isn't all my original idea because I did hear this on another podcast, and I thought that's fantastic because I was kind of thinking the same thing, is the Undertaker's dead per se. Like he's retired, he's done. He laid his hat, he laid his gloves, laid his jacket, he's done. The character of the Undertaker is done. This gives the man the American Badass, who was more of his real life persona. This gives a man a chance to go out and end his career and be able to say the things he wants to say. He can end his career on this character, so he can go into the Hall of Fame and speak and
not kayfabe it.
Not kayfabe it. The Undertaker character
is gone.
Is gone. He rode off into the sunset. The vultures are eating him in the desert already, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
He's laying with Paul Bearer.
This is it's too far.
Too soon.
This gives the man, more of the real life person, a chance to go out.
That's fucking genius.
Wrestle his last match, finish his career, and then he ends it with this character so that he can, you know.
I like it. I could.
But fantasy booking here. I already, you know, it comes to me in dreams, man. It comes to me in dreams. This is my wish for what happens here. I'd like to see almost a hybrid of the two.
The American Deadass.
The
American Deadass.
The American Deadass.
Wow.
I was thinking almost a hybrid of the two, where we get the gong and we get the lights going out and we get the lightning and all this stuff, and the lightning crashes, and then Kid Rock starts singing, and Kid Rock singing. Two lines come out from backstage of motorcycles, and all these motorcycles come out, but they're druids with skull faces. You know, it's the skull mask.
Call them right now. Get Triple H on the horn. Call them right now.
Skull mask, and they could be wearing like leather, or they could be wearing like leather vests with like the hoods over, riding the motorcycles. They all ride out, and then he rides into the center, and you know, and almost. My vision for it was like he has the leather vest on, but he also has like the hood covering his face, and on the back of the vest he's got the rockers, but it doesn't say like American Badass, it just says like Dead Man, and it's got like the skull with the horns logo or something, or the T cross logo, whatever. So he's still Undertaker, but he's like
a hybrid,
like, you know, so he's not necessarily the whole. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I feel you.
He comes out, he's got, you know, the leather pants, he's wearing the thing, but he's got the Undertaker logo on it still. You know, kind of a hybrid. Fuck it, shave his head into the mohawk again or whatever, you know. It's almost all gone anyway.
He could even wear that old tie thing that he used to wear.
Rip it off.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
kind of a hybrid American Badass Undertaker.
I'm all for it. I think that would be badass.
Time will tell. We'll see if Undertaker answers the challenge.
WWE, contact me. My email. I'll get back to you. Hire me. Shit.
We'll move to Florida or Stanford right now.
He could be your next Jimmy Jacobs.
Oh, he got fired, bro.
I was like, no, I hope not.
I'm saying.
No, he needs this job. He has kids.
Literally.
Oh, so the other Nakamura versus AJ.
Yeah.
You think that's going on last?
I would love for it to go on last. Well, if this whole Undertaker John Cena thing happens,
then that's got to
but it has to happen exactly the way I just said it.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't happen like that, then it doesn't go on last. But if it's going to go on like that, then that's last. But from a wrestling standpoint, from a wrestling purist standpoint, it's got to be Nakamura, AJ Styles. From everyday fan, from a Vince McMahon's eyes, from a corporate guys, it's going to be Lesnar Reigns.
They should just, like when when Shane McMahon bought WCW, they did the dual screen. There it is.
Yeah.
Both matches go on at the same time.
Oh my god. So much going on.
I just read a prediction, I forget where it was. Someone thinks that Nakamura and Styles are going to open the show.
No shit.
And
I could see that happening.
Yeah, and I don't like it. I mean, it's a great opener, of course. Well, no matter where you put them on the card, it's going to be a great match. But, excuse me, it like totally devalues the title for me. Like having Sheamus and Daniel Bryan on in the first match.
20 seconds.
That, I mean, that was completely different. It's not gonna be, that wasn't a match, but still, that was so like demeaning to the title.
Mm-hmm.
to those guys as well, but to
yeah.
the title, you know.
Who worked their asses off to it.
And this title is more prestigious than the Universal title.
Absolutely.
In my eyes.
Absolutely.
So for me, that's the last match for
Nakamura get his New Japan style entrance.
Oh, please.
I think he's gonna have a fantastic.
Please wear the fucking crown,
right?
WWE just today released a new Nakamura shirt with a big crown on it.
Please,
I saw that.
You have it already.
So sorry to interrupt and stop the WrestleMania talk, but speaking of the New Japan, did you guys watch New Japan?
Yes.
What is it called? Strong Style Evolve.
Amazing.
We'll talk about it right now.
Shit.
We'll talk about it right now.
We'll come back to that.
Finish
We'll come back to
WrestleMania.
that. We'll come back to that.
Finish WrestleMania. So Nakamura Styles last. You guys want it to be last?
No? Want it to be last. I want it to be last. The winner of the Rumble has the main event. That's what's been over and over and over and over.
I as a wrestling purist, that's the ultimate goal, but I think it's going to be Lesnar Reigns.
You think so?
Unfortunately.
So we're going to have Reigns standing in the ring.
Feel good moment, right?
Getting his
fourth year in a row.
Ass booed.
What if he gets to the ring? What if there's no John Cena Undertaker talk all night? Nobody mentions them. Nobody shows them. And maybe a shot of John Cena up in the up in the
rafters
box.
Yeah, whatever.
Watching one time throughout the night, something like that. We're like, okay, time for the main event, final match of the night. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Roman Reigns wins the title. Lights go out after the match. Undertaker comes in, tombstones him, chokeslams him, whatever, gets him out of the ring, avenges his loss from last year, and then points up at John Cena, and we have another main event, and John Cena comes down.
For the
he
title?
should tombstone Brock.
No title.
No title, just
and Roman Reigns.
The two guys who beat him, yeah.
In one of the buildings that he was beating.
The two guys who beat
fucking
him.
genius.
He takes them both out, avenges his losses somewhat.
Why are we booking this shit? Why are we there?
Avenges his losses, and then he calls out John Cena. John Cena takes off his shirt. He's pumped. He's fired up. He runs all the way down from the top of the
blows out
from the top of the box suites. Runs all the way down, gets in the ring, and they put on a 15, 20, 25 minute classic.
Triple threat?
No, just John Cena and Undertaker.
I could dig it.
Fucking hire me, WWE.
Right.
So also, both women's championships. We've already talked about the Raw Women's Championship. What do you think about Asuka going one-on-one against Charlotte Flair?
It's never happened. She beats her. She takes the title, and then Carmella comes in, cashes in the Money in the Bank, and beats Asuka.
No.
Yes.
I said that myself.
Yes.
I think it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
No.
I think it's gonna happen.
No.
They have to have Asuka lose at some point. Why not have her lose the shittiest way possible to a cheating fucking scumbag little rat Carmella who comes in and hits her with the briefcase.
I'm a fan of Carmella. I like Carmella.
She comes in, she hits her with the briefcase, hands the briefcase in, pins her 1, 2, 3. It's a dirty.
That's
cheap.
like fucking Kevin Nash prodding Goldberg.
Exactly.
Like,
They had to do it that way. You have to do it a cheap, shitty scumbag way, because unless you have somebody wrestle Asuka who is being shown as the next Asuka, someone better, someone bigger, someone stronger, someone faster, someone who's going to go on their own undefeated streak. That's the only person you have beat Asuka, unless you have somebody beat her in the shittiest way possible. Carmella comes in, she hits her with the briefcase, hands it in, pins her. Asuka's shocked, Charlotte's shocked, fans are shocked. Everybody's like, "What the fuck?" You know.
Black Undertaker guys in the ring on the audio.
You get that moment again. You'll get that moment, and then the next night on SmackDown, or whatever, Raw, SmackDown, whatever, Asuka comes back out and she starts her undefeated streak again and goes however long. And whenever she loses again, then she loses because she's already lost.
I like it. Because I mean, it is a shitty way to do it. And people will remember that because I just fucking quoted Kevin Nash Goldberg.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That happened in the 90s.
Yeah.
You know, so it would be memorable and it would be shitty, but it would be great. It would be fucking great TV.
Great moment. It gives Carmella, a huge push.
Oh yeah, huge spotlight push.
Huge spotlight that she otherwise.
So she loses it that Tuesday?
Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Lose it. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
She's Carmella.
Yeah.
Loses to Santina?
Whatever, but well, from what I've heard is Asuka's not even going to stick to the SmackDown brand after they have her booked on all the Raw house shows.
So she wins the SmackDown title and fucking goes to Raw?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. So
You have a Raw SmackDown Women's Universal Championship?
God.
who knows? Who knows?
Oh. So also we have the United States Championship. Bobby Roode defending in a 4-way.
Rusev wins, or I'm turning it
Yeah,
off.
I was gonna say
I'm quitting WrestleMania
Because WrestleMania actually does happen to fall on
Rusev Day.
You know?
I mean, what are the odds of that?
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. Rusev or we Riot.
In my head, prior to Rusev being in the match, that was my conflicting Under the Giant Battle Royal. I was like, it's either got to be Matt Hardy or Rusev, one of them.
So now that Rusev's added.
Yeah, now that Rusev's in the fatal
It's
four-way.
Rusev Day.
And let everybody get their shit in. You know, let Jinder have a good match. Let Bobby have a good match. Randy can RKO somebody, turn around, Rusev kicks him and does the cheat. You know, I pinned him off of Randy's RKO, but still, he's got to win. That crowd will pop like...
Oh, man. Yeah.
Just like that.
Like
Do it again, I'm showing you. Just like that.
Just like that.
One more time?
No. Twice is all you get. Third time. Pay my booking fee. So I think we covered pretty much every match on the card.
Intercontinental Championship, Finn Balor, Seth
Oh,
Rollins,
yeah.
The Miz. I want Balor to win it. I think he needs it.
He needs
at this
it,
point,
but it's not going to happen.
At this point in his career, I think he needs it because he's lost so much.
He loses it, next night he fucking goes full heel.
He's never come back from his Universal Championship win. So I really want him to do it. I think he needs it, but I think they're going to get Seth Rollins.
I think Finn will take the championship, but I think he'll lose it very shortly after back to the Miz, only because promotional-wise, Miz does have a new show on USA. And
but he's probably going to be taking time off for his new baby.
That's true. That's
Congratulations, Miz.
Congratulations, that's right.
I could see that, but I think...
Because he's watching this, you know.
Yeah, well, of course.
He always does.
Because you know what? We're
He
all
drops us those lines, you know what I'm saying? I just think for like the promotional tour of the show, what a better way to show up with a gold belt on your... Don't hold my hand. I don't judge, but don't try to butter me up. I think to come with a gold belt on your shoulder makes the TV executives...
What if he comes with the Universal title on his shoulder?
Oh,
You can't, well, we'll see. Only time will tell.
So we didn't even talk about what we want to talk about too. Before Mania, we got NXT Takeover.
Oh God, we're gonna run an hour.
There's so much going on.
If you're
Started right off the bat,
if you're
NXT
busy,
Takeover.
if you're busy, just press pause, come back and watch us later. 'Cause
Oh, yeah,
we're
go
about
make
to
a
go.
sandwich.
We're about to go another hour.
Go make a sandwich.
The kids are taking care of themselves.
Oh yeah.
I think
NXT Takeover. Let's go with main event right now. Cien Andrade Almas versus Aleister Black.
I'm torn. I'm really torn.
Me too, because I've wanted Aleister Black to be the champion since the day he walked in the door.
Since
Walk
the day
in,
he
give me the belt.
came up,
Yeah.
like, oh.
But I also think that Andrade is having a fantastic run, and I kind of don't want him to end it so soon.
I think he has shown us over the last 2 takeovers that he can go, and we've known that forever.
It just
But
took
he
him
has
a while to.
definitely stepped up his
Yeah,
shit.
it took him a while to kind of get his wheels going in WWE, NXT.
And I think, man, to just take it away from him would just kind of kill it. But man, it's like, who do you go with? Black's on fire. Almas is on fire. Who do you go with?
I would say maybe give it to Almas and have them feud for it, because they say the how does the saying go? It's in the chase.
Yeah.
It's in the chase.
Save it for the house shows, brother.
Right. So you let them feud, and then Aleister Black wins it before SummerSlam. Take over Brooklyn.
Is it Brooklyn again?
I think it's Brooklyn again.
Brooklyn again.
That 6-man ladder match.
Oh.
First off, I don't know if you guys seen that belt. Pause this. Google the North American Championship. I don't know. That looks like something they defended Hillmar. That is an awful looking belt.
Wait a minute.
Hastings probably fight over that shit.
Wait, well,
It's Roger's trip.
first off, we forgot to mention at CWA that our good buddy Toxic Trent is the
That's right.
brand new
That's
Central
right.
Valley
We're
champion.
all over the place today.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Trent, we love you.
It's been a while.
But that belt is freaking hideous.
Yeah, it's
That
gonna
looks-
look. It's Ricochet is gonna make it look nice around his waist, but still, it's not a nice belt.
It's like
And I just gave you my prediction for the match.
I was about to say, is it
I
Ricochet?
got Ricochet, but that belt looks
I
like
don't know. I'm liking EC3.
it's a tough one. But Ricochet, I'm gonna go with Ricochet. And that belt, that Mid-Atlantic United States Blackjack Mulligan Championship, can kiss my ass. All that leather.
Right when I
And
saw
you know I love me some leather. I love me some leather.
I
but-
saw it earlier and I thought to myself, that looks like some shit Greg Valentine and Tito Santana have been fighting over
Yeah.
like 40 years
Yeah.
It
ago.
looks like the big green that Hogan won from Iron Sheik.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's
I don't know if they were going for like, let's make it a classic championship look, but it's so far off from all three other NXT titles that it just stands out like horribly.
and it sounds out horribly. It sounds out horribly.
Big round circle plate on a
With
red
square side
thick
plates.
belt. Yeah, man, I don't know.
Vince probably designed it. I don't know. Yeah.
But anyway, it's going to be a fantastic ladder match. Velveteen Dream, Killian Dane, Adam Cole, EC3, Ricochet, and
Lars
Sullivan.
Lars Sullivan.
Uh,
That guy
he
is
could
not
be the
nice
sleep-
to look
he
at,
could be the
but he is
sleeper.
awesome.
He could be the sleeper
Yeah,
in that
oh
match.
yeah.
I don't think they'll give it to Dane.
Dane impressed me though at War Games though.
He did, yeah. I could see a Ricochet, of course. I mean, absolutely. I think they're going to push him to the moon. I think him and EC3 would have a good back and forth for it.
Oh yeah.
But if they're going to go with an Alistair win in the main event, then they can give it to a heel for this title. So I think Adam Cole could pull it off too.
He could.
So, but Adam Cole's pulling double duty that night. He's going to be teaming with Kyle O'Reilly because Bobby Fish is out with injury.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So Adam
Just
Cole,
announced.
yeah. So Adam Cole will be in the tag team title match and in the North American
Tag team title
Championship.
match against who?
It's all three teams. It's a
Is it a triple threat?
triple threat. Yeah,
Is it?
yeah. So Authors of Pain versus
Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
and Pete Dunne, which is
I would love to see
Woo!
those
Great
two
team.
guys.
I couldn't see him at first.
yeah,
But they're working. They're clicking.
Yeah.
They're Sheamus and Cesaro part
yeah,
2.
exactly.
You know?
yeah,
Mhm.
the bar, and then
We don't set the bar. We are the bar. I love those guys.
and then yeah, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. That's gonna be. I'm tired, man.
Right?
I'm getting tired just talking about it.
It's,
Blowing
it's
up,
exciting.
brother.
It's exciting. It's exciting. I mean,
Yeah, it's gonna
and
be.
Moon and Shayna
I
Baszler.
think Shayna Baszler's gonna take it.
You
I
think
think
so?
so.
Yeah, she's got to. I think too.
Yeah.
They push her as this undefeated, like I'm sorry, not undefeated, but this unbreakable badass heel.
She's like a monster.
And
And that's what she has to lose.
No, she lost their first match.
I think it would just take away from her momentum.
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah, she's got
And
it.
Ember Moon can always win it back.
So they have the first match. They got this match, and they got a rubber match.
Well, I think like Ember Moon's chase of the title, like you were saying, was great. And I think her as champion is kind of
Yeah.
Lackluster.
Yeah, you're right.
It's all about the chase,
She
man.
makes the underdog role look
Yeah.
good. So
Her as champion is, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge Ember Moon fan, but it's not, in the classic words of Hulk Hogan, it's not for me, brother. It's not for me.
you know, Hulk Hogan's used a lot of words. That
I was gonna say. I was like kind of cringy.
No,
Like,
Speaking
no.
of Hogan,
He's in the news.
he's in the news, man. He's supposedly in talks with WWE, not about necessarily coming back on screen.
you know what? I read some. I not read some spoilers, but I've been reading what he's been bringing up, and I think WWE might be biting at it. Is now that Daniel Bryan is cleared, they're gonna need a GM on SmackDown.
I don't see him getting into a role like that anytime soon.
You don't think so?
No, I see him coming
Because I
back.
think it's time to forgive him. I think it's time to put him on TV.
Right. No, I see him coming back as a
An
brand
ambassador.
ambassador, like they say. Like he's gonna do, the signings and stuff. Maybe go on a public speaking thing and talk about, the problems that he's had and the things he
I
says.
said they bring him back as New Day's manager.
Oh,
And you thought I was going to say something about Ember Moon. Jesus. We've all
yeah.
seen the pictures online of him and Triple H with Andre the Giant.
yeah.
But I don't know. There's money to be made.
He's still a big name. He's still a name.
He's Hulk Hogan. for
There's
Christ's
a
sake.
big portion of the fan base who don't want to see him though.
They say that, but when that Real American hits, you're gonna mark the fuck out.
Oh, I know I am.
I know,
Right?
because
Same.
when it comes crashing down, it hurts inside. I'm just saying.
Time for a big stand.
It don't help to hide.
Are we just gonna vote the rest of this song? Courage is the thing that keeps us free. Jeez. There's money to be made, but I don't know.
I think it's gonna be a while before we see him on TV again. He might talk to WWE. They might bring him back.
I said the Raw after Mania.
They might bring him back into the family. But according to Mark Henry, I don't know if you guys read that interview. There's a what he used the word council, a team of himself and other predominant African American wrestlers, not only in WWE but all over the world.
They are all in.
He said every different corporation they all met up and talked, and in their eyes, they're not ready for Hogan to come back.
But I mean, we've heard like Ric Flair's call Teddy Long the N-word. How beloved is Flair?
Vince McMahon said it on a pay-per-view.
He said it to Booker T on TV,
Michael
brother.
P.S. Hayes.
Michael P.S. Hayes
He's still-
called Mark Henry.
He's still employed. So I mean,
So is it just okay
it doesn't
with the
make
way
it
you say
right
it?
though.
Doesn't
what I'm
make it
saying.
right.
That's what I'm saying. Like just because other people have gotten away with it doesn't mean somebody else should.
Absolutely.
So
I'm just saying. Doesn't make it right, but everybody else has gotten a pass except Hogan. Hogan got fired because of it.
Paula Dean even got a pass.
This was pretty bad.
He said it multiple times.
And in a pretty hurtful way.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Carlos is getting another Hogan tattoo.
He is. And he's brown. He's forgiving the whole
Carlos.
Oh, Carlos is gonna love this.
Yeah, we'll interview him again. We'll have him back on the show with his new one.
With his new Hogan
one.
tattoo.
So is he gonna get another arm, or is he gonna turn this one into Hollywood?
I think I'm not sure, but I think it's gonna go right under his other.
He's gonna have a
I think he's gonna have a
sleeve.
Hogan arm, brother.
Nice. You get some old Rip from
Rip him, bro.
No Holds Bar.
He's got to get the Russia.
Then we got some Suburban Commando.
That smell picture.
Suburban Commando and some Mr. Natty.
Oh man.
Thunder in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise.
Thunder in Paradise. He's got to get the word Dookie in the Hulkamania font.
Okay.
So we've gone
Now,
off the rails.
It's gone off the rails. Let's go back.
All right.
New
Real
Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, brother.
Strong Style Evolved.
That was a 5-hour long show.
It was a pretty damn long show.
Yeah.
We had a bunch of friends down there
Yeah. It was
in Long Beach.
fantastic,
Snake,
fantastic
yeah.
card. But the main event. We can talk about every match, but we're gonna be here all night. But the main event, man,
Golden Lovers.
that was one of the best pieces of like storytelling that I've ever seen in wrestling.
Man.
Besides the fact that they're all incredible wrestlers and agile and athletic and just like, we don't need to say anything else about them in the ring.
We don't have to say anything about them
because they prove it. They show it every time. But that story they told, the facial features, the talking to each other in the ring, like the obvious talking to each other, making it seem like the cameras weren't even there,
This is just me and you.
like
This is
me and you, that kind of thing. That was like deep.
It was art.
That was art, man. That was really good. I haven't checked the whole Meltzer thing, but it has to be 5 stars. I assume.
Fuck, it's got to be 6 stars.
Yeah.
17 stars.
I've heard from several people who were there say that that's the greatest match they've ever seen live, and it's one of the best I've ever seen on.
And matches like that are what remind me, because I've been watching wrestling for down near 40 years, and matches like that remind me of why I'm a fan again.
Is it near 40?
He's old as shit. He's old.
Anyway, yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of why I'm a fan of wrestling.
Yeah.
And those 4 guys put on a hell of a show. Hell of a show.
And it's still, the storyline is still going on. The whole Cody, the Bullet Club is fine. Their whole thing with Cody and all of them, and and it's still going, and it's still going to keep going. And it's awesome, man. If you're not watching New Japan, you're missing out, man.
Oh yeah.
And they announced already they're coming back to California again.
The Cow Palace.
The Cow Palace.
One week.
7th?
1 week before my birthday.
Yeah. Somebody might be getting tickets. Somebody might be getting tickets.
Get pumped for that, dickheads.
Not from me, but somebody might be getting tickets.
Come on!
I'm just saying. Well, whether you boys are there or not, I'm sorry. I'm planning on being there. Who's coming with me? That's all I gotta say. Who's coming with me?
Like I said, I mean, it's my birthday.
My buddy Noah, he lives in the Bay Area. We're gonna meet up. We're doing a New Japan In and Out after party. So yeah, man, if you guys are down.
Speaking of New Japan, I want to give a quick shout out to Best of the West superstar, Fun Size Danny Rocket,
man.
who attended the New
trained
Japan
with
Dojo.
Shibata.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
He went to the first week of the training.
Shibata, Rocky Romero, Scorpio Sky.
Amazing.
That's
countless
awesome.
other people, man. I think Yuji Nagata was there. Yeah.
I haven't seen Fun Size since it was after the pay-per-view. I'm looking forward to picking his brain at the next Best of the West show. We've had him on the show before at the Best of the West training facility. But obviously those are two different worlds. So I'm looking forward to picking his brain. And hopefully if he wants to come back on the show, I would love to have him back because I just want to see how it is on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
Just all I need is 5 minutes. I just need 5 minutes.
Just a little glimpse.
Just a little glimpse. That's all.
Glimpse.
He was obviously the smallest guy there, but Fun Size, man, he is no joke.
Hey, it's not about the size;
Yeah.
it's about the size of this right here. And that guy's got.
I was gonna say he has a big heart. It was just funny to see the picture of everybody. There was one lady, and Fun Size was like the smallest guy. But I mean, they work a different style over there, and I'm just wanting to know how they trained him.
I'm sure he worked his ass off.
As a smaller guy,
You
you know, because there's a lot of different characters over there, and we're gonna pick that brain.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
And it's awesome that New Japan has a dojo in California again.
Right.
Again in Los Angeles.
After what?
They had
10 plus years.
however, 10 years. You know, we had guys like Nakamura, Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe. You know, train there at the original facility. So imagine in 10 years from now who we're talking about. You know, we're gonna be like, you know, remember when Fun Size? We're talking about Fun Size headlining WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like, remember when he was training at the New Japan dojo?
Yeah.
And, you know, that kind of stuff. So, quality trainers, like best in the world, like literally, like the best wrestlers in the world are training there. Like, it's unbelievable. So,
Amazing.
if you're a wrestler or want to be a wrestler or training to be a wrestler, like.
Yeah, at least have to make a pilgrimage over there.
You have to try.
Honestly, for that 1 week, the price of that camp isn't that much.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be feasible. It's not like it's out of this world.
And what you're going to learn is invaluable.
Yeah, invaluable.
Oh yeah.
So if you are a wrestler and you have the chance, by all means, spend that money.
Yes.
So I think this wraps up CrüeMania 3.
Man.
We're beat,
sweating
and we
bullets
still got
now.
5 more days. I'm
Sweating
drained,
bullets.
brother.
I'm winded.
What?
We're going to go watch. We're not wrestlers, so we're going to eat pizza and watch SmackDown.
What? Hopefully nobody kicks me in the face.
We've proven we got your back.
Yeah, well, it took you forever to get in the goddamn ring.
I slid right in, brother.
See what happened was.
I got this close, man. I was like, whoosh, I felt Trip Rogers' nose hairs on my fingers. That's how close I got to smacking his face
A
off.
funny story. This guy and myself, we work at the old shoot ski together.
Oh yeah.
And the meat department guys gave him so much shit.
They still
Because-
do. They
Still
still
do.
do.
If my life depended on it, for him saving my ass, I'd be dead. And they were giving it to him. Yeah, I know. You were in there, brother.
I was in there.
It just took you a couple seconds.
What had happened was I had some jeans on that I was trying to be cool, and they had rips on them. So when I went in there, I guess
It got caught on the apron.
my skin on my knee got caught on the apron, so it kind of held me back a little.
Plus, when you're over 40 years old,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just move slow.
You know, I had to get these man boobs over the road. So
If you haven't seen the kick, it's on our
kids
social
heard
media. I
around
believe.
the world.
I
It's
don't
all
know
over.
if it was on. I think it was on my personal Instagram. I don't know.
Yeah,
if
we
it,
never posted on
I'll
Ring Crüe.
post it on. I didn't want to be too self-serving, but I'll throw it on the Ring Crüe. Buy my shit. But but yeah, I think
Watch it. And let me know how I did, cause
it's there. It's there.
I was in there.
So this wraps up CrüeMania 3. This is bigger, better, badder. 93,173 people in the Silver Dome Studios. That is Ring Crüe Studios.
When we cut, I'm body slamming him.
That was a hip toss, brother. That was a hip toss. So thank you again for tuning in. I swear to God, it's not going to take another 4 months for us to do another show.
We are going to film after WrestleMania. We'll probably wait till after Raw, after Mania.
Yeah.
Maybe after SmackDown, after Mania, because now,
Those shows are hot.
Now SmackDown is getting just as hot as Raw. We'll have some debuts, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
So, when's WrestleMania? April 8th? So
April 8th?
10th. We're going to film on April 11th, and it'll be up on April 12th. Mark my words.
There it is.
We got it. You can hear it
So
first.
stay tuned. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Best of the West, CWA.
We'll be back.
We'll be back, brother. We're coming with a vengeance. And yeah, well,
I don't know.
So
I just wanted to do that.
just because. So stay tuned for our social media. We are on Instagram and Twitter at the Ring Crüe. You can find us on Facebook as well, the Ring Crüe. You can find us
Shirts.
brownbutterwrestling.com/the Ring Crüe. And just announced, I haven't even told these guys yet. We are now on the Twitch app, brother.
What?
Yeah,
What?
we are on the Twitch app. So
Wow.
maybe this episode we'll throw it on there. But we're on Twitch
No
now.
shit.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Kayfabe and the brothers.
Hey.
That's awesome.
We
Wow.
legit did not know that.
Yeah,
swear to God.
we did not know that.
So you can find us at Twitch, twitch.tv/the Ring Crüe.
No shit.
I
That's
have smart TV now, and I can watch Twitch on my TV. So I
That
watch
is
this on
my.
TV.
I wanted to save this surprise for this show because it
Wow.
took us 4 fucking months to come back. That is my surprise to you guys. We are on Twitch.
Wow.
We have no content on there yet, but maybe we'll throw this episode on
Yeah,
there.
for
So
sure.
you can not only watch it on YouTube, watch it on Twitch, and all the stuff that we do for. Maybe we'll live stream our reactions to WrestleMania
That's a good idea.
on Twitch.
On
That's a good
Twitch.
idea.
And anything that has to do with our personal appearances at Best of the West CWA, find us on Twitch.
Cool.
Boom
Very
shakalaka.
Fuck yeah.
You're welcome.
Cool. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Collar and
That's
elbow.
Awesome. That's awesome, brother.
Collarandelbowapparel.com. Use promo code RINGCRÜE, 10% off. SavageStash.com. Promo code RINGCRÜE, 10% off.
And stay tuned.
I was gonna say, do we have another? We're working on a third sponsor.
Stay
Third
tuned. That's
time
all I
the
gotta
charm.
say. I have to wait till the package comes, but we're working on a third sponsor.
And of course, help out our good buddies at WrestleCritic. Go subscribe, get cool ass shirts and autographs and all that good stuff.
Yes, and stay tuned for more unboxings of that.
Yeah.
So
They get here, I get so excited, I rip them open, and I forget.
I'm all. Did you open it? Yeah, you saw.
I
You I'm all.
forget,
God damn
get to film them. I throw the shirts on. I put the pins on. I just stick them to my chest. I just get so excited.
Blades himself with the pin.
Yeah.
Terrible. So as always, do what you do, but whatever you do, don't mess with CrüeMania 3.